Blueberry pies, this is breaking news, and I really do mean 38 seconds ago. The $1.5 trillion asset firm, Franklin Templeton, yes, I've never heard of them either, they have filed for a Bitcoin spot ETF. This is actually big news. Why? It's because it's a message from the deep state insiders. They've given themselves the nod of approval. They are getting the warning signs that the thing is going to get approved pretty soon. They want as many people to be in and accepting as possible, because if anybody's going to buy the Bitcoin ETF next to Roca Negra, they want as many of the Bug Eater Society crew members to be in so they can ultimately gain control. It is the bribe that the crypto community is going to have to take if we want our bags to be pumped. This is exactly what we've been playing for. Let's hope it's the start of that final euphoria flush as we make our way through this crypto bear market and phase into the bull. Now, Franklin Templeton, they intend to list the fund on the CBOE exchange. Don't worry about where it's going to be listed. It is important to know that all of these people are banding together because, hey, they rub shoulders with each other. When they go to the urinals, they're literally holding hands and taking a wee-wee together. That's how close these people are. They probably don't even know their own children's name, but they go and they party in Colombia together. When these people get a whiff that money's going to be rotated around in, they're all in on the secret. Me and you are outsiders. Now, it's funny because we sit here and we know that there's all these deep state corruption, and you're probably shocked. You're like, there's no way it's so obvious. Yes, it is, friends. Me and you, we're outsiders, but we can see it happening because we are on the bleeding edge. All of these things become very apparent to us. So I just want to repeat to you, it doesn't mean 100% that in the middle of October, the ETF will be approved, but it does increase the probability. It's like the final amount of people, they're like, hey, rush in. We might be doing it sooner rather than later. They're getting some sort of whiff. Some phone calls have come out, like they're getting an idea that things are going to start to heat up. So, we don't have any 100% confirmation, but, this is what you have to do. Read this information and take from it what you will. And earlier in the price action of Bitcoin, we were going down, and down here in Goblin Town, it was really depressing. We really did think it's over. Go back and listen to how I was speaking in the middle of the night. I was like, oh my God, you crappy scam industry. Just send us to zero once again. And then zip, green candle, we are back. We are back. I never left you. We are still battling through this zone, friends. You know why I have this horizontal line here? It's to show you this line, right? This low point. We made a higher low. Like, this is so close. We were so close to breaking it and closing down here and then going like, uh-oh, things are going to go bad. Now, why is that important? Well, if we go and check the weekly SuperTrend, which I love to use, the critical area was 23,500. So if you went and put a weekly candle down here and closed, it's really bad because every time we flip red, look at red, it ushers in doom. This red ushered in doom. Look, we didn't go further down, but we stayed down. Like it wasted another 2 to 3 months. So, oh man, that would have been really bad. Imagine like best case, we're like still dead till like all the way to the end of the year. And every time we go red, it really does mark doom. Every time we go red. If we go back to the previous Mt. Gox Ponzi cycle, it never actually flipped red ever again. It got close. You're like, oh, it's going to flip. Is it going to come down? So you don't know, but look how close it was here. This is after the Bitcoin halving, but it never closed here. So it wicked down here, but then it got brought back up. And look, it almost did it again and again. Like this would have given you a heart attack, a legit heart attack. There were 4 or 5 times this thing was meant to flip red, and you're just waiting and watching. Oh my God, and another time. You see, this is crazy, friends. That's why I like using this weekly SuperTrend, because there aren't as many fake outs. Just to confirm with you, Franklin Templeton managed 1.53 trillion. So look, when you see these numbers, I'm going to tell you these numbers right now. Take 1% of their number, okay? 1,000, million, trillion, okay? Take 1% of their number, friends, and that is like roughly how much money you're going to get in. Okay, it's 15 billion. All right, yeah, 15 billion. It's not going to do much. It's okay. It's all right. 1, they're all compounding together. And 2, people aren't going to wait. The retailers coming in, they aren't going to wait. Now, in our time frame, it feels like forever, but in their time frame, it's super fast allocation, which might be around 24 months, 12 to 24 months. Hopefully it's closer to the 12-month rather than the 24-month mark. So this increases the probability in my mind that 2024 is going to be a good year. And you might be thinking, wow, that's great. No, in my eyes, if 2024 is a good year, it increases the probability that 2025 is a scam year and it's going to let us down. For me to believe in 2025 and 2026 and 2027 like that, I want 2024 to start off good, but actually end trash like that. Start off like 45 to 50K, somewhere there. We rush up. But by the end of the year, we finish 36K. We just let everybody down. That would give me confidence that we've rinsed to reek hands. Are we going to get that? I don't know. I'm still obviously 50-50 about that scenario. We're going to wait and see what happens because we know the US economy is cracking. This is why I have this juicy information. That's why you like, subscribe, press the belly button, or press my belly button, press your belly button, and don't forget to shock the algorithm, share with your friends and family, and tell mum and dad about the median prices of homes sold in the US of A. This is super important. It's literally falling off a cliff. If we go and have a look down here, they're literally collapsing. 2008, 1970s, like here we go. So, but this isn't like really bad or unforeseen. It's like you asked for this. You put the rates up. You kept putting them up. The evil satanic banking institutions, central banks, they know what they're doing. They're here to crush the people. They have a barbed whip. They are whipping the poor man and the poor women and the squirrels. The poor thirsty squirrels who just want to eat some nuts. Leave them alone. They're not going to leave them alone. This is the system we live in, friends. People aren't going to protest because they don't know what's going on. Every time we tell them what's going on, they bow their heads, they go and comply with the government, and they say, hey, please come give me a 7th vax, you know what I mean? Please come inject me again. So they get what they get, all right? We're here to help you because if you want to open your eyes, your ears, your heart, you have the opportunity to change everything for the better. And unfortunately, okay, I'm just going to tell you the truth. This means for us to actually win, we're going to front run emotional money. Some people call it the D word, dumb money. I don't like using that word. It's emotional money. Emotional money, they're going to pyramid buy increasingly bigger clips as it goes up and they get more excited. We don't want to do that. As we get more excited, we're going to think about exits more, right? As we get more depressed, you want to increase your clip size. That's what makes us ultimately different. So the US Fed, okay, we are waiting very soon. The US CPI is coming out. I think it's about 24 hours, right, from now. The US CPI is coming out, and that's going to be a determinant factor as to how the Fed is going to talk to the markets. It's a bit scary because the stock market's very high. Now, why is that a bit scary? It's because if stocks are high, it gives them more confidence to talk dirty to the market. They're like, yeah, we're going to take down inflation. Yeah, we're going to hike forever. That's how they think. But you've also got the bond market to worry about. So we don't know what's going to happen. They might just be neutral. They can't be like too heavy-handed because now you're going to get an election coming in. Don't worry about all these. Me and you, we can't control these. And I promise you, crypto sniffs this out earlier. We are super duper good at front running all these liquidity sniff outs and everything coming out. Why? It's because people who are closer access to the money printer, they want to come and make money first. That's why. If they get a whiff that the economy in US is cracking, they're not going to come sell. This is where everybody thinks that if the US economy cracks, Bitcoin goes down, they get to buy and everything goes up. Everybody has this pattern. Why? They're looking at the zombie virus pattern. But let me tell you this, markets are smart. Okay, one of my first eye-opening lessons to markets was seeing how the S&P 500 reacted to negative data back in the past. I'm actually going to show you this because a lot of you don't believe me. This is going to blow your mind. Back in 2011, so they did the QE here. They started doing QE here, okay? They started doing QE. You know, during this period, in this up only, you probably think that there was really good data for America. Wrong. It was terrible. Terrible data. You want to know what happened? The data got terrible and they kept printing money. But guess what? The market was front running the printing. Because as the data came out bad, like, oh, unemployment's bad. Oh, this is bad. Oh, we're losing GDP. Guess what? The stock market just kept going up and up and up. Why? It knew, okay, as the data gets worse, they're gonna have to print more. So when I was first introduced to markets and I'm like watching this, I was like, what? What? Because when I was looking at 2011, this period, like markets were going absolutely ballistic. Every time there was bad data, everything just got kapooted. Hong Kong, every single country, bonds were reacting, everybody was risk off. Then after they settled, I hadn't adjusted and I learned from this. I'm like, wait a minute, the bad data was coming. So I remember I was day trading news data, and whenever the bad data would come, we would quickly like sell the market. Think like, okay, you're going to have a big capitulation after. It never did. We would try to sell the market, and guess what? They would just reverse back up. You have to take like a loss immediately. Some people like would lose their whole accounts. Some people would just lose $10, $20, $30,000, lose everything for the month because they just kept getting short and short and short. But the market just kept getting up. It's smarter than me and you. Think about this. The people who were short in the S&P 500 during this time, what were they thinking about? They were thinking about the GFC, the global friendship crisis, when the housing market and the friendship market collapsed. They were thinking that if data goes bad, we have to bet on risk off. They got it wrong because the market started pricing in the stimulus. Is that what we're about to see for Bitcoin and crypto? We might see that. We might see as unemployment rate goes up, houses start getting worse and worse for the economy, we might see crypto start to go up. And you know what's going to happen? The green candles come and people say, oh, it was always programmed to happen, right? But I want you to know it's all part of the cycle. There's actually nothing special or unique going on here so far. Maybe one day, yes, the cycle's going to break, Roca Negra, someone's going to do an insider Trojan horse scam. But for now, we are following the cycle. And of course, you are following the way of the protein drink. Like, subscribe, bell button, and all. Make sure you tell mom and dad you love and appreciate them. We're going to wait for that CPI. Don't forget, Franklin Templeton. Welcome to the DGen Casino. Catch you in the next one.